Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode in my coin collection highlights series. This is a series that talks about some of the top coins in my personal collection. Today we're going to talk about my 1795 Great Britain Middlesex-Forster's token. That's a mouthful. This is not technically a coin, it is a token, because it was not minted by a government. Instead, tokens were minted by private individuals and businesses, and they minted these in the late 18th century because the government could not make enough coins to satisfy the demand of commerce. Population growth and the Industrial Revolution really kicked the demand for commerce and coinage into high gear. This one is a halfpenny, or at least it's the size and the metal content of a halfpenny, and it was made by a man named William Forster. He owned an instrument and music shop. At his shop, he repaired, built, and sold musical instruments. So imagine walking into Forster's music shop and paying for something and then getting these tokens back as change. It wasn't just a way to advertise his business, but it was also a way to fill that gap that the government wasn't filling in the missing coinage. And because back then the value that money had was in its metal content, for this example, copper, it didn't really matter what was stamped on it. As long as the metal was there, people accepted it for the value of the metal. Same goes for like a silver round today. It doesn't matter whose logo or name is stamped into it, it's still worth the silver content. So as expected, the obverse of the coin here, which sometimes is called the reverse for this particular token, but it has the date on it, and I was taught that the date always goes on the obverse. Anyway, we have the musical notation here for God Save the King, which is the national anthem of the United Kingdom, but you may know it better as America the Beautiful, my country, 'tis of thee. We stole the exact melody of God Save the King, the UK's national anthem, for our own patriotic song. Anyway, the musical notation here wraps around the crown in the center, along with the date and the name of the song. Flipping the coin over, you'll see we have the name of the store, W.M. Forster, and what they do, violin, tenor, and violoncello maker. Below that is the address of the store, number 348 Strand, London, and all that surrounds a nice little design in the center. This coin is special for a number of reasons to me. First, it was one of the first coins that kickstarted my symphony set collection. So I have a set of coins that I collect that feature composers, musical instruments, music notation as seen here, anything that has to do with music I collect in my symphony set. And it was the very first coin that I sent into NGC to be graded. I brought this raw from a dealer and sent it in. NGC graded it mint state 64 red brown, which for any coin that is 200 plus years old is amazing. The more I read up on William Forster, the maker of the token, the more interesting I found out he was. So not only did he make instruments and sell them, but he also played them. And he entered into a deal with Haydn, the composer, who appears on numerous coins in my symphony set, to be the sole publisher of Haydn's works. So Forster was the publisher behind numerous symphonies, quartets, and solo pieces that Haydn composed. As I started building the symphony set, I entered it into the registry contest that NGC holds every year, and I actually won Most Creative Set of the Year award, which came with this really fancy plaque. Overall, this isn't an extremely rare or valuable piece, but none of that matters because this is a highlight piece to me. It's very special, and I have it to thank for kickstarting my symphony set. So I hope some of that information was interesting. Thanks for hanging out, and if you want to see more in the Collection Highlights series, you can subscribe, and I'll see everyone soon.